The walkover, Week 8 Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants. I got my Starbucks coffee. Shout out to Grubhub because, to be honest, I am not walking to Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium. I am instead walking through my neighborhood because I thought I had COVID. Don't have COVID, thankfully, but I've been sick as a dog the last couple of days. And while I feel better today, I did test positive for the flu. And I'm not going in there to get the press box and the locker room sick. So I'll take one for the team and I'll bring you guys all the action from my office at home and hopefully some good action because tonight should be a good one. Let's talk Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Giants and the opportunity that is in front of the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is a simple one. The Pittsburgh Steelers have the chance to take an early lead in the AFC North heading into the bye week to go 6-2 before they take a break, come back and go to Washington to take on the Commanders. And from there, it is the back half from hell. It is the toughest schedule you could imagine. It is the slate that everybody has been waiting for with the Philadelphia Eagles and all 6 division games and the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas and so on and so forth. Things just get harder and harder and harder. And everybody wants to ask the question, and really everybody has their own opinion on whether or not the Pittsburgh Steelers did enough to put themselves in a position to succeed in the back half and set themselves up for the playoffs. And they did, because here it is. It didn't matter how you got here. It didn't matter what your record was. All it mattered was, were you in a spot to go into the back half and control your own destiny? And look at it and say, if we win, we will do well. And if we win big games, we do even better. And that's where the Steelers are. They go into the back half and they get to take on all 6 division teams, including the Ravens, that they could hold a 1-game lead on heading into week 9. And they take on the 7-0 Kansas City Chiefs, which stinks. Nobody wants to take on the Chiefs, but you do want to take on the Chiefs if that potentially means that you're setting yourself up for the 1 seed in the playoffs. And that's where the Steelers are. If they win tonight, if they beat the Giants, they have an opportunity where they control their fate in the back half of the season. And if you asked Mike Tomlin, if you asked Russell Wilson, if you asked TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, or anybody else in that locker room, they will tell you this is exactly where they wanted to be, with an opportunity so that they control their playoff destiny. And Mike Tomlin has coached some teams where in the past, all you had to do was give them an opportunity. All you had to do was give them that shot to go out there and control their own destiny and fight their way into whatever spot they could get into. Well, now it's a bigger one here. And it's the first time that you felt like the Steelers were in this position in a while, where they really truly had a shot to control their pace, their game, their outcome, and their future in the postseason. And I mean, look, at 6-2 isn't perfect. You would have liked some wins over the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. Very winnable games against the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. But you're 4-5-2. Opportunity to be 6-2. And if you go 6-2, you come back from the bye week and things get challenging, but you get a shot and you get your shot and everybody's chasing you. And it's good to be chased in the NFL because that means that you got to keep the tempo up. It also means that if you keep it up, if you keep winning, you get to do whatever you want to do. And for the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's win the AFC North and control their spot in the playoffs. So it's not perfect. It hasn't been the most beautiful thing you could imagine. And the Steelers are not 6-0 like many people said they needed to be going into the back half of the season. But they're 5-2, opportunity to be 6-2, and they control their own fate from here as long as they beat the Giants. We'll see what happens, but it's a great spot to be. And to be honest, it might be the best spot the Pittsburgh Steelers could have asked for.